I don't know what happened. The Wi-Fi is really good here, so I don't think it'd be that. Because last night I got a video out super fast, 6 minutes. Looks crazy fast. So can you guys hear me or anything? I haven't had a problem with live in a while. Very weird. I don't know if it's working. There's some comments. That's weird. I got cut off and then... Perfect. Thanks for letting me know, everybody. So yeah, where was I at? I guess I'll start off. Huge shout out to Brian and Sheila for taking me out to dinner tonight, and Brian for letting me use his apartment for yesterday and today. And looks like in the morning I'm gonna wait for the post office to open because, well, I got some stuff I'm gonna be sending home. So I haven't touched these or even thought about wearing these since I've been out here 21 days. So they're going home. Rain pants. And if I feel like I need some kind of rain pant in a bind, I'll just grab a Frog Talk bottoms and then I'll have these sent back to me. But I really don't see me needing these rain pants. So those are going home. Hiking shirt I wear, this Patagonia one. It's the... Yeah. It's the Patagonia Capilene Cool Daily. So that is what I was wearing. I got the new Light AF Sun hoodie, so I'm going to be wearing that. So this is going home. My pillowcase is going home because, well, the Light AF one feels like a silk one. So I'll send this one home. That'll go in my memory box. Thank you, Betsy Webb, for that. I got a lot of miles on this pillowcase. It's kind of hard for me to send it home, but this one's actually feels softer. So I'm going to use this one. And then my pillow and my air mattress is going home. The short Neo Air X Lite. And my pillow, the X-Ped pillow that I've been using forever. I'm getting rid of it. I'm going home. So yeah, that's the stuff I'm sending home because I don't need it anymore. Because I'm sending my sleeping mat home and my pillow home because I purchased an underquilt from Brian where I'm staying. He's got this is a brand new 40-degree hammock gear, full length underquilt. I think it's called the Incubator. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, so this is my new 40-degree underquilt. They say you're not comfortable in a hammock until you get one of these, so we'll see how it goes. Brian just gave me this. It's brand new. He's never really used it. So he just sold it to me at whatever he paid for it. So thank you, Brian. Now I don't have to mess around with trying to order one and have it shipped somewhere and, deal with all that headache. So, yeah. This shrinks down, actually. Well, if I had it folded up right. But I can get this thing down pretty small, so it's about the same size as my air mattress, my pillow. So I shouldn't have a problem fitting everything in my pack. That should not be a problem at all. Yeah, so I'm changing some things. Just a few things. And I think I'm going to go through my pack later today. I'm pretty sure there's some other things I haven't touched in 21 days, like, I don't know, minor things. And I'll probably just get rid of those too and send those home. Because if you're not using it, what's the point of carrying it? Fan's still going. Can't really do nothing about it. Hold on. I could have sworn I turned it off. That's the lowest low on a ceiling fan I've ever seen in my life. I won't break your fan, Brian, I promise. All right, now that I've got all the distractions out of the way, let's go back and read some comments. Holy cow. John Booker, Douglas Jones, 19 Stony 64, 1, Old Wookie, Tangent Trails, Ray, Mary, Mitch, Like to See Stuff, Travis Rainey, On Purpose, 5x5. Megan Mulligan, what's happening? Rob, Jeff Stone, Anthony Colombo, Heath Doty, John Miller, 2 bears, and a hawk on my screen in one day. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was pretty amazing. That first bear, if I could have had, been awake a little bit longer and had my reflexes a little faster, man, that would have been a great video, but I was super slow. Mad Rat, Mike Trip Flatlick. I always want to say Triple Fabric or something. I don't know why. Ricky Surgeon. Big Zoo, Digging the Alpaca. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I wish I had a zipper, but I think everything should have a zipper for hiking so you can vent. But yeah, I like this. It's not, I just wear it pretty much at camp and yeah, just at camp in the early mornings when I just don't feel like I'm warm enough to take it off yet. Done. Chris Burdick. Chris Burdick's got the same birthday as I do. Awesome. Money Shot. Skip James. Skipping Donna. Awesome. Mac on the LT. I like to see stuff. Is Robin. Oh, I know who you guys are. I know a lot of these people personally on these comments. It's pretty awesome. 100 people watching already. Yeah, it's crazy. I was gonna do a 0-day video, like what I do on my 0 days. But then I got halfway through the day and I'm just like, guess I'm going live because I haven't touched my phone to do any videos today. Which I don't care. Live's pretty much easier for me. I don't have to mess around with editing. I don't have to figure out what to film on a 0 day anyways. But one of these 0 days I'm just gonna take off. I'm not gonna do a live, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna chill. But this is, I'm still just chilling, to be honest. I'm just chilling with, 97 people, I guess. Jumps from people to people. Okay, let me see here. Mac on the LT, following another year. Yeah, it's definitely another year out here. Laura Kelly from West Virginia. I'm really enjoying your videos. Thank you. Martin Derbyshire. Do you notice any loss of upper body strength after hiking for a few months? I guess I don't really notice it anymore. No, I don't really notice it. Because when I'm not hiking, I'm pretty much just using my arms anyways. Arms and legs. So, no, I don't really notice it. Some people notice it, and some people you can really tell. But I don't really notice it. Good decision sending home all the extra stuff. Should be lighter. You walk in the woods. Yeah, well, I had to carry that other stuff because I didn't have an underquilt. And as soon as I got the underquilt, I knew that stuff was going home because there's no need to carry an air pad and an underquilt. Now, if my hammock breaks, I'm just like SOL until I get to town, I guess. There's going to be no sleeping on the ground. I'm not going to have really any insulation. But that's all right. I trust my hammock, so as long as I don't do anything stupid and set it up in a wacky spot, I should be good. So, yeah, the hammock seems pretty solid. I'm not really nervous about ripping through it. I'm pretty careful about putting all my stuff in the loft pocket before I even crawl in, so I'm not poking anything with my pockets. I really didn't have anything pokey anyways. But yeah, that's the only reason I was carrying that extra stuff. The rain pants, yeah, I probably could have left them home in the beginning, but pack your fears. I guess my fear is getting cold. Let's see here. Oh, John Hill. The bear was really cool. Using the hammock is comfortable for me. Yeah, the bears are always cool to see. I love seeing those bears, especially that one I got a good video of. I don't even think he knew I was there for a long time because he had his head down, and I was just trying to shimmy between these trees to get my camera in the right spot. So I don't think he knew I was there for a minute. But then when he stared me down, and I think he kind of figured out that I wasn't normal, so he walked away. But then he did. I got another video of him coming kind of back. It wasn't as good as his first video, that's why I didn't put it in my video. But yeah, I've got a couple good shots of that bear walking away and then walking sideways to the woods. But the one you guys saw is the best because, well, why would I put a video out there and not put the best clips in there? And I think that day the day that I took that side trail, and if you look at gut hooks on that side trail for the old Vista Trail, it's a blue trail on gut hooks. So I took it all the way back to the end of that blue trail. And there was a pretty decent campsite back there. But you could tell the trees grew up and blocked most of that view. So of course I wasn't satisfied with that spot after walking a mile. So I'm like, you know what? It looks like we still ride this ridge for a while. So yeah, gun hooks stopped right there. And then I just followed blue blazes for probably another half mile. I bet I was a mile and a half off trail. And then that's when you could see that open spot. And then I just jumped over the little rock wall there. And then boom, it opened up to an awesome, sweet campsite. And I knew nobody was going to be back there unless it was a local. Because no thru hiker that I've ever seen is going to go a mile and a half off trail to find a campsite. I didn't want to go that far either, but the first spot where the trail ends on gut hooks, that spot didn't look so good. So I'm like, well, there's got to be this is the old AT, you'd think. There's got to be something. So I just rolled the dice, and I actually ended up winning on that one. So, but I honestly, I don't recommend going off side trails a mile and a half to camp unless you really, really want solitude. But, oh, Heath, they're back. Oh, he's on it. Don't worry. That's hilarious. Let me go back here. I'm going to try to keep this video to a half hour too, so we'll see. Okay, I'm back to where I left off. Gonna add bigger tires and rims on the van, lift suspension, no, I'm not gonna do any of that. I really want a 4-wheel drive van, but maybe that later on in life. They're expensive right now, and it's just not in the cards. With this one, no, I'm not gonna lift it. If I get a 4-wheel drive one, yeah, I'll lift that, and I'll put killer wheels and tires on it. But not this one. It's too big. If I had a 144 wheelbase, maybe. But not that big van. I'm not doing that. Billy Miles and Leslie and Lion Wrights. Awesome. like to see stuff, we will end up being habitual offenders. Yeah, there's a lot of habitual offenders. It's crazy. Like at first, I was like, yeah, people would probably just come out to meet me like once or something, and I'll probably never see them again. But that's not the case. Most people that come out, I see them year after year after year. It's like it's cool. Make a bunch of friends. Bill Compton, maybe I'll see you in Mass this year. Trying to run you over. Yeah, that was hilarious that day. Tom Connors, what's happening? Steve Palermo, happy birthday. How old am I? I'm 44. 44 years. I'm feeling old. I used to say young, but now I'm feeling a little older. Hey, Hawk, great bear action as of late, and awesome sunrises and sunsets. Yeah, I'm going to try to start chasing more sunrises and sunsets. By the way, Jayhawk, I was wondering if your inquiries to us who hiked the AT the most number of times suggested you may be looking to set a record. Just curious. Stay safe. Thanks. So, I mean, I'm not really looking to set a record. I mean, there's half of me that is and half of me that isn't. I just like being out here, and I'm like, well, I was just kind of curious who has done the AT the most. So that, like, if I go dead set on that goal, which I don't know, I'm like pretty close on dead set on that. But you never know. Life throws curveballs at you, and I just roll with the flow, and I come out here as much as I possibly can. And after doing that, I guess you get a few under your belt, and it just like makes you. I don't know. It's not something I'm like doing just to do because like I'm just gonna push myself just to do it for a title. But I love it out here so much, and it's like if that would come along with it in the end of all this craziness that's been happening over the last 6 years, I mean, and if it keeps going for another 4 years, then yeah, I could possibly be the one to do the AT the most times. I mean, I'm not really looking at it like I'm trying not to look at it like trying to break a record, but when you get in so deep, like 6, 7 hikes, I mean, yeah, it does kind of like make you wonder, like, has anybody done this many times? I don't know. I mean, I do love this lifestyle, but okay, this might go on a little ramble here. It's just tricky to sustain doing this year after year after year, and you only got so many years on this life to live, and it's like I don't want to just like, well, see, this is where I got like split personalities, because part of me is like, yeah, let's do this thing like 15 times, and then part of me is like, you've already been going what, six years in a row now, and it's like there's no stability in living like this. I mean, I love living like this. It's just not fair to the people around me. Like, for instance, like Katie, just like it just makes it tricky because I really want to be with her more than I can. I mean, I could be with her all the time and not hike anymore, and just I don't know. It's a tricky situation. Like, I feel like I abandon people when I just go out and do this, but at the same time, it's kind of like been my plan for a few years, and when you get into something that's so deep, and it just becomes like this, it consumes you, I guess, is what I could say. I don't know, it's hard to keep a relationship, it's hard to keep a job, it's hard to keep any kind of responsibilities when, even if I did want to do that, it just like, when hiking season comes around, it's tricky for me, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a long answer, and I don't even know where I'm going with that anymore, but doing what I do is not fair to people that you love, I guess, and they like miss you and want to be around you. It's kind of selfish. But like I say, this has been my plan for years. And when I get a plan, I guess I'm stuck in my head. I just usually like run with it till I'm over, till it's done. The plan is complete. I don't like to like detour my plans in life, even though it's a selfish thing. And you know, I do like to do both ways, but it's tricky. And that was a crazy long answer for, I don't even know what the question was anymore. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Another thing about the AT, when you're out here, it's easier when you don't have people that you like don't care about. Like as soon as you start getting people like you care about, like a wife and kids and even pets and people you don't want to be away from that long, it makes it trickier to hike the AT. Like when my first 5 hikes, it's like it doesn't really matter. Nobody's like wanting any of my time anyways, and I just, it's easier when people aren't missing you. You're missing people, put it that way. So I don't know. Woo! That was a long one. Oh, Katie's in here too. Hey, what's up, baby? That's hilarious. Okay, I'm back to where I was at. Holy cow. It's gonna be impossible to keep this 30 minutes. Mad Rat Energizer is coming up behind you. He's averaging 23 miles a day. Just got halfway mark in 47 days. Old man on the AT. Nice. Sorry I'm not watching this hike like last year's hike. 6 days plus 50 hours of work. It sucks. Yeah, I don't blame you. Working that much is tough to do anything. Bruce Hunway, did you make it to the Belleville Creamery? Yes, I did. Am I loving the hammock? I'm working some kinks out. Is it easier? It's not easier than carrying my tent. It's heavier. Is it easier to set up? It's about the same now. I got it down pretty good. B. Dickinson, New Jersey has bear problem. They spill over from the northeast and they don't allow them to be hunted. Yeah, they don't really have anywhere to go either. It's built up so much around here. I mean, where else are they gonna go? They got nowhere to go. That's funny. I like seeing bears. They don't bother me a bit. Linda Hackert, I watched your gear video. Didn't see bear spray. Do you ever carry it? Never carried bear spray. Never, ever. No bear bells either. Those are ridiculous. But I guess if you're scared, carry bear spray over bear bells, because bear bells drive everybody else crazy, and bear spray is just like, nobody knows you got it. It's nice and quiet. PR, give Katie give PR some loving for me. Got a I got a scammer on here, but Heath's on it. Garrett hikes. Do you make money to hike with all your social media? No. My YouTube is not monetized. I don't make money off Facebook. I don't even know how to make money off Facebook. No, I don't make any money to hike with. It'd be nice if I could have a job that I could get paid to hike. That'd be pretty baller. And I don't make money off YouTube just because YouTube can't pay me even close to the amount of money it would take to get the experiences the HST brings me, and I don't want to bring them ads. I mean, yeah, there's ads on the beginning of my video now that drives me crazy that YouTube puts on there, and I did almost monetize because if they're going to put ads on without my consent, then I might as well just make money. Peanuts, probably. But, you know, if they're going to put ads on, why not monetize? There's already ads. And if I did put ads on, it's not like I expect people to watch them. Skip like I do everybody else's ads. I don't know anybody that sits and watches ads. But yeah, when they started putting ads on my videos, I'm like, man, maybe I should just monetize because it's already getting ads. Michael Downs from Maine. Person retired, so if you need a ride out of Baxter when you get here, available anytime. That's awesome. That's amazing. The ride out there would be great. But I'm pretty sure I got a ride hooked up. skipping down James are probably going to come grab me when I get done and drive me back to Harper's Ferry. Gives them an excuse to get out and see Maine again. Steve Palermo, what made you decide to hike the AT once again? Well, because I always get that thought that I keep missing it, and it's like, yeah, let's go see some old friends. And then, of course, I want to see that number keep clicking up there. If the van would have been not such a big hassle and it wouldn't have cost me as much money and take as much time, I was going to do 2 hikes this year. I was going to do AT North, CDT South. So maybe after I get the van done and I can save up more money to pull off something like that again, then maybe I'll do something like that, because 1 trail a year just, I mean, it scratches the itch, but if I could do 2 a year, I mean, do some, do the AT every year, and then in like a couple years, click off my Triple Crown while I'm still clicking off numbers on the AT, then it sounds amazing. Harold Sams from Kentucky, you should come check out the Chateau Trace. I've heard about that, and I probably will someday. Right now I'm trying to fry bigger fish, but I've heard that, and it's in my brain, trust me. That's one of the ones that when I get a little spare time, I'm definitely going to check it out. Hi from Tennessee. If you could only keep one, R1 or the alpaca, R1 so far. Yeah, the R1. Bruce Heimwitz, have you run into the guy carrying a leaf blower? No, I haven't. Caroline Stacy, what's happening? My Struggle Bus Life says, it's Katie. You sure don't act older. Whatever. You've called me the boring old man. I'm just joking. But you guys call me that. It's probably when I'm off trail, I probably am a little boring. Rob, do you prefer to hike alone, or is it just the way it typically goes as a thru hiker? No, most thru hikers actually get in a tramline and, hang out with a bunch of people. I like seeing people and talking to people. I just like camping alone. Everyone thinks I'm totally against other people out here, but I'm not. I prefer to camp alone because I can edit my video like away from everybody, where I don't have to put in headphones. I can just turn up the volume on my phone and just listen to it like you guys would listen to it. And that way I can still hear things around me too. And that's why I like to camp alone. I don't like to bother people with what I'm doing, my noises and me moving around. So I like to stay by myself. It's more about not bothering other people. That's why I don't stay in shelters. Well, that and people snore, but I worry about more of me bothering other people than I do of other people bothering me. So I try to just stay by myself at nights. During the day, I talk to everybody. I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm so bitter against everybody out here, but if you're out here, I be talking to you. I talk to every hiker I see. It's just at night, I'd rather be by myself. Sean Welding, how about the PCT, ? Or the many other trails out there? Yes, I know there's more trails out there. Usually when people are like, oh, you're back on the AT, like, don't you know there's other trails? I'm usually like, oh, really? There's other trails? And I've been doing this one 6 times and there's other trails? I like to mess with people, like, I don't know there's other trails. Yes, I know there's other trails. I'm going to get out to those other trails sooner than most people think. But I'm on to something here, I think. I'm still planning on triple crowning, or is the new goal to hike the AT the most times? I'm still going to triple crown, and I'm still going to hike the AT the most times ever if I live long enough. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, so. But yeah, my plan is, I'll be a triple crowner and do the AT the most times. Because I still do want to see those other trails. I just want to keep doing the AT too. So if I can do 2 trails a year, that's ideal. AT, and then southbound the other trails. We'll see. Like I say, I didn't know I was going to hike flip-flop till like a week before I came out here, so I never know what I'm doing. Linda Hackert, do you ever think of section hiking instead of through hiking? I have, but that'll be like later on in after I beat my body up enough to where I can't through hike, I think. I like the feeling of going like all in, and I mean section hiking's fun, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't get that feeling in my gut that I'm looking for. Like, it's just not long enough. I'd still do section hike. Just if I could choose section hike or through hike, then yeah, I'm definitely picking through hike because I get more of a fulfilling. For me, I need more time out here to really get all into that. Like, just soak myself into it. Okay. Megan Mulligan, maybe Katie doesn't want you around all the time. Then I'm perfect for that, for sure. I got just like half years, maybe like 11 months, and then I'm gone the rest of the time. I mean, it's pretty, for most people, it's probably the ideal relationship. But you never know, you know. Some people are like, yeah, I'm okay with it, and then after years and years and years of it, they just say they've had enough. Linda Harris said, when will you get to see Katie in PR? I don't know. I'm guessing like, I don't know. Or Maine, probably. That's what I'm thinking. Katie says you can't compete with the AT. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. John Miller, after you get on the road in the van, I think your interest in other trails will increase. Your trip with My Way and your disappointment in the COVID park shuts downs happens. The van brings more. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm interested in the other trails. I really am. But, you know. Sasquatches, no, they don't exist. Nancy Booker, are you on your second pair of shoes yet? No, I'm not on the second pair of shoes yet. I'm thinking I'll be able to get through New York and maybe into Connecticut. Maybe. I'm already like talking about it with Skip about like where, when. I'll say I just like to talk to him today. Like, okay, I'm getting close to needing shoes to like maybe pull a pair out of the closet and get ready for that phone call. Like, okay, here, boom. I don't like to set up a shoe drop, like mail drop, until I know these ones are completely like not gonna make it to the next spot. I push it probably a little too far, but I've always had good luck with doing that. So I wait till I know it's gonna rip out really, really soon, and then I try to get them. Even though I don't have to, I got enough pairs of shoes that I could trade out right now and I'd still be good. Love the graphics on the new shirt from Light AF. Couldn't tell if the shirt was white or gray in the video. So it's more like it's like a whitish. It's an off-white, I think. I got it on because it's my new hiking shirt. It's almost like a grayish white, bluish. There's no blue. Let me clarify that. It's like a grayish white. It's super nice. I was wearing it the other day. I got caught in the rain coming back from the Chinese restaurant. I didn't have my umbrella. Don't ask me why I didn't take my umbrella with me because I knew it was going to rain. But on the way back, I got rained on a little bit, and this thing dried super fast. So it feels just like the Patagonia I was wearing. So I'm not really concerned about how it's going to feel. I am kind of like the sleeves on the forearms for me are just a little too tight, but I think they're going to stretch out just fine. And if it gets up to be like 100 degrees, I've said it before, the sleeves might come off. It didn't matter if I was wearing the Patagonia or this one. But once it gets so hot, you're just like, cut them off. We'll see. I like the shirt. I can't get another one because they're sold out. And I don't think I could get another one of these. That's the problem. I'm gonna ruin this one, and I would like to have like one of these to like chill at home. But I'm gonna ruin it hiking. I know I am. I mean, that's what you do when you wear stuff hiking. You ruin it. Good. Let me go back here a little bit. Yeah, I had no idea there was gonna be this many people in here. It's awesome though. I appreciate you guys showing up. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back. Holy cow. Did you eat near your restaurants here? I moved back from Arizona. I love New York. We ate somewhere tonight, and I ate somewhere yesterday. I don't remember the names. One was Chinese, and then we ate at a pub. Brian and Sheila took me out to a pub tonight, and I got some really good pasta. Are you going to try to break the AT record of hikes? Nobody knows what the record is, but I'm going to just keep going until it's like undeniable, probably. Over the past few years, I have section hiked northern half of the AT. This is Lightwalker. Something could in last December. That climb was the most difficult one for me. Your thoughts? Yeah, if you come out and section hiking, you're not gonna have your legs like these northbounders do. When you're a northbounder, Katahdin's really not that. It's really not that bad. But when you come out for a day hike or a section hike, and you don't have your legs and you're not ready for it, yeah, it's gonna be tough. A lot of people don't make it up there. A lot of people turn around because it's not easy. But when even when you leave from Harper's Ferry and northbounders, I mean, and especially northbounders, their adrenaline's just like blasting through the roof because they're about ready to finish this crazy, massive hike, and I bet they could run up that thing. Their adrenaline's just kicking. So, yeah. B. Grant, any interest in the West Highland Trail in Scotland? Not really. And I don't think I'm going to keep doing lives if I keep getting these spam people in here. It's pretty crazy. Hope there's no kids watching this. James Washer. Moose. Bear. Hiked in AT 2020 Nobo, then hiked again in 2020 flip flop. Last year through crowd shocked me. Shocked to my system. How have you been doing this year with the crowded resources? You know, to be honest, I'm not, when I go into like the trail towns lately, I guess, I'm going to the next town over. So, yeah, Port Clinton, the microtel is filled up, but I think it's more from like road workers than anything. But I don't know. I've got it a little different than most people out here. I try to stay away from the crowd. So if there's a big crowd ahead of me, I might even zero. Like if a tramley of 11 rolls up right behind me, I'm either slowing down or I'm speeding up. I'm getting away from it. Heat 30. Will Hawk do the long trail when it gets up here this year? I would love to do that. We really would. Roman Rick. Great bear shot last vlog. Yeah, it was. Pretty sweet. Sean Wendling. Pine Mountain Wilderness. I know that section very well. This was I had a Bigfoot encounter. I was solo on top of the mountain on my way to Boots Off. Solo, probably without a camera, let me guess, right? Like, it's probably just a squirrel in the tree. There's no Bigfoots, man. At least I've never seen one. Barbara Grass says, I feel after watching people doing the Triple Crown and watching your hikes that the AT is so much more beautiful with all the flowers and greenery. I like the woods. So, I mean, yeah, the PCT looks beautiful. In the CDT, I just like the whole mystery about it. Like, choose your own route and do pretty much whatever you want. But yeah, I like being in the woods. Katie says someday he'll let me hike with him again, maybe. Yeah, let's do Southbound next year. I already told you. Let's do that. Oh, man. Craig, what's your favorite part of the AT? North, south, middle? Please tell us. I like north. Any requests from the chef for the next week? I don't know what that means. Ewok in the woods. Are you going to do the knife edge again this year? Absolutely. I don't know why anybody would climb up there on a beautiful day and not go over the knife's edge, but whatever. I know I'm going over it. Mountain Turtle and Steve, what's happening, you guys? Don't let spam get to you. We can get past it. I must have missed something. Stephen Bombard, does that mean Hawk might someday be a college professor? I missed something. Oh, Peter Grant, have you done the AT with trekking poles? Yes, I have. In 2012, I used trekking poles. And in 2018, I used trekking poles. And I can't remember if I got rid of my hiking poles in 19. Yeah, it was 19. I got rid of them in 19 because I was carrying them all the time. In 18, I'm like, oh, my. Then I brought them in 19, and I just carried them to like Hot Springs and got rid of them. Mike King, the black bear you saw the other day had a Bigfoot. Steve-O, what's your favorite dehydrated meal? Okay, so I've had pretty much every dehydrated meal you can think of. And I like the Hawk Vittles. Those are really good. They're just tricky to get on trail. You'd have to like mail them to yourself and just a big hassle. But to be honest, as far as flavor, which that's what I'm looking for when I'm getting a dehydrated meal, you really can't go wrong with Mountain House. I mean, they all taste pretty decent. They don't have that like healthy, nasty taste, I guess. I don't know. They taste more like edible. But the Hawk Vittles, those are really good. But you just can't. They're like impossible to get on trail unless you order them and have somebody send them to you. Or just tricky. Oh, I'm almost getting caught back up, I think. B. Dickinson, this looks like it's starting to be known as ice cream hike. No, I don't really eat that much ice cream. I was craving on hot days, yeah. Sandy Feet, thanks for bringing us views, no problem. LT Hikes, hey Hawk, watched your Foothills video this week. I thru hiked it in May. It was beautiful. Love the waterfalls. That is a nice trail. Megan Mulligan, two guys are trying to get the fastest known time on the AT. One might pass you going north. He's gonna pass me for sure. And I've heard of both these guys. I hope they beat it. I hope that one guy's trying to do a sub 41 like through hike, so less than 41 days. I hope he gets 39 days. Why not? If you're willing to do that to see, like, to your body, you deserve it. Chef on trail, more pizza. I like pizza. I can burn myself out on pizza real fast, though, too. Charlie Garensher, a few weeks ago, I read an article about a new trail that connects the highest peaks on the East Coast. Does anyone know the name of it? I can't remember. No, I think it jumps off the AT. I'm not really sure. I've heard Jennifer Farr Davis made this new route when you jump off, take the high peaks somewhere, but that's all I've heard about it. Just making trails. Thomas Connors, Hawk, most days out before a resupply. I don't like to carry more than 3 days of food. 2 days of food's like awesome. But I have carried 5, 7 days before. In 2012, I think I carried 7 days of food through the 100-mile wilderness. I don't recommend carrying that much food. I'd rather carry less and do bigger miles than carry that weight day after day after day. The ideal for me is 2 days. You can get in and out of town so quick. I mean, 2 days, boom, you can pop in town. Even if you don't want to stay in town, you can just pop in and out and get your food and just keep going. I mean, instead of carrying 4 days of food, it took me a while to realize like just how easy you can get off the AT and get food. So now that I know that I don't ever need more than 2, max 3, I don't ever carry more now. When I go in the store, I just grab like usually just 2 dinners and snacks for 2 days, maybe 2.5 days, and more snacks than dinners, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm not carrying 4 days of food, 5 days of food with me anymore. I mean, I would through the 100-mile wilderness. I'd carry 5 days of food through there if I had to. But I don't want to. And when I do, the other trails out west, yeah, you're going to have to carry more food. But I would probably get a framed 40-liter pack for out there. And maybe a hip belt so I can carry more weight. But on the AT, nah, you don't need to carry that much food. It's crazy to me. Show them all I have to say is you're a hiking machine. I'm very envious of your skill and will. There's really no skill in what I'm doing. It's just more, persistence and like I don't really have any quit in me. I hate when I have to quit something, so I try not ever to quit, because when you quit stuff that you've been like wanting to do, it's not followed through. It's like I don't know, it's not me, I guess. When I say I'm gonna do something and then I go do it, I feel better than when I say I'm gonna do something and like back out because it's hard or because I had a bad day or because the weather was bad. I mean, if you really got a good, solid goals to do something cool, it's probably not going to be easy. But in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So, yeah, it's just getting up, and I'm not doing anything special. I'm just getting up and walking every day. And if you do that so many days in a row, you're bound to get somewhere. I mean, really. And what a better place to do it than the AT. I mean, it's beautiful out there. New tagline: healthy, nutty taste. Yeah, yuck. And I burnt myself out pretty much on all trail food. So that's been an issue for me. I'm actually losing quite a bit of weight. I'm not too concerned about it because I had something to lose, but I can tell it's coming off faster, and it's probably because every time I open up my food bag, and I just see the stuff I've been eating for year after year after year now, and it's just not appealing to me. So that's why it's happened to me before too. This whole I want to eat any trail food, so I'll just snack just to survive until I get to towns, and then when I get to town, I just demolish food and then take a little bit out with me, and then for the next day and a half till I get to town again, so I'm only going 2 days usually. Then I'll just eat anything that I can pretty much shove in my throat and swallow without being too. I don't know. I'm over a lot of trail food, so I just eat what I need to survive, and then get to town and calorie up, because I'm burnt out on it. I mean, that's what happens. So I don't know what else to switch up to. I've tried pretty much everything. I mean, once I get so hungry, like maybe a couple more weeks, it ain't gonna matter. I'll eat whatever. But right now, it's just like, I don't like any of this stuff. Joanne Meeks, what's my favorite in-town meal? I don't really know. It switches around all the time from like Mexican to steak to sushi to, I bounce around. You know, yeah, I bounce around. When I get to towns, pretty much it doesn't really matter as long as there's something there that's not ramen and trail food, I guess. And I believe it or not, I can still eat ramen. I don't mind ramen, but. Michael Essen, loved your video, the peanut shop in Portland. Need to check it out. Yes, you do. Mrs. Wright, thanks for the Creeper Trail info. Yeah, it's fun to ride the bike down the Creeper Trail. Chef on Trail, how's the hammock treating you? Any big difference? It's just a learning curve for me right now, but I'm getting it. Big difference is it's heavier. I can't tell the weight difference on my back, but it is heavier, and I don't know. It's got its pros and cons, but I'm no shape to give a review on it yet because still working kinks out. Julie Gayhart, what's happening? Just wait, people just send you boxes full of all kinds of snacks that you love, tons of snacks. You didn't stuff them in your pack? Wait, people used to send you boxes full of all kinds of snacks that you love, tons of snacks. You didn't stuff them in your pack. Yeah, I've stuffed everything I wanted in my pack and everything I needed to get me to the next town, and then most time I'm not carrying a whole box of food. If somebody sends me a box, it's like at Trailheads and people expect me to take all this extra stuff. It's like, I'm the one carrying this. So if you send me a 13-pound box of food, that's why I don't really get boxes anymore, because it was always like overloaded with stuff, which I didn't mind. I just didn't want the people to think that I was just like giving it all away. I wasn't giving it all away. I was taking whatever I needed to get me through the next stretch, and then I was giving it all away to the other hikers, because I wasn't going to carry 13 pounds of food when I only need 4 pounds of food. So, yeah, the other hikers around me love it. But that's pretty much why I stopped getting boxes and telling people to stop bringing me stuff, because I'm the one who's got to carry it. And I think, I was going to say this on a video the other day. I might as well just say right now, I guess. If you feel the need to really bring me anything, just bring me a soda to talk with me. And, that's it. I mean, if you really, like when people feel the need that they got to go to the store and buy me all this stuff that's heavy, and they just expect me to carry it and they're disappointed when I don't take it from them. That's the thing. I've had a couple people get upset with me. I've never put them in my videos, but they've rolled up with all this stuff and they expect me to just take it all. And I'm like, look, I don't need all that. I'm not just going to take all that stuff. I don't need it. I'm not carrying it. So, I don't know. That's a tricky thing to talk about with people, because you don't want to make people like feel like you don't appreciate them coming out and bringing stuff. Because it's a great gesture, but I'm the one that carried it, and it's like if you go to the store, and you ring all the stuff up, might as well just go ahead and put it all back, and just, if it's that important to give me something, just give me the money that it would cost to buy that stuff. And I'll spend it on what I like and what I need instead of like making people feel funny. But I'm not expecting anybody to give me nothing. I'm not asking for nothing or anything. That's why I keep telling me, don't bring me nothing. Don't bring me nothing. Because, the lightest thing is cash. And I'm not asking people to bring me cash because I want people to bring me anything. But it's just like when they bring me all this trail mix and all this stuff that I'm not going to eat it. I'm burnt out on it. So, I don't know. Don't get mad if you bring me all this stuff and I don't take it, because I'm the one carrying it, and I didn't ask anybody to bring me anything. I appreciate the offer for sure. I do. It's great, and it helps out everybody around me too. When there's people around me where I can be like, here, and split up the weight, I guess. But I don't know. You guys don't have to bring me nothing. Just bring me you don't have to bring me nothing. Just bring me some conversation. If you feel the need to bring something, bring me a soda or something. But I'm not asking for anything. I'm not doing. That's not what I'm doing. That's not why I'm doing this. Everybody, oh man, how did you do that? How did you get that? Well, not everybody. There's a couple people on trail that are like well known. They're always begging for money, and they're always asking me how I did it. How'd you do that? How'd you do that? How'd you make it so people just give you all this stuff? I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything. I don't. That wasn't my plan. And some of these people out here that are kind of well known around trail that are always like, yeah, GoFundMe or I'm broke again, booze, woohoo, it's me. It's like they've asked me for like, how did you do this? Pull off this big like HST empire. I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything. It just happened, and it's like there's no secret. I didn't like conquer this. Sitting in my basement for like 3 years. Like, how can I do this? How can I possibly make everybody come out and give me stuff? How can I do it? How can I do this? No, it's not how it happened. So it just happened, and it's like out of control, and I'm the one dealing with it, which I deal with it really good. I mean, I love it. I love talking to all these people, but it's just that way, like, they're giving me stuff. Like, people think I'm doing this like other people on trail, like other hikers. It gives me a bad rap, to be honest. Like, I'm getting all this spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten. I'm just getting trail magic every day, and I do, but I don't ask for it. It's not like I'm like. And sometimes I'll roll up and I'll be like, oh man, more trail magic. I'm kind of embarrassed about this because people are just like, the other hikers are like, this is crazy, man. Well, how do you get all this? I don't know. But the only way to stop it is to just stop doing videos and just like walk away from YouTube. That's the only way I've like to get away from it, I think, is just to like just shut it down. Like shut down YouTube and like no GPS and post very frequently on Facebook in random spots that I'm not at. That's pretty much the only way to change it now. I mean, I love how it all worked out, and it's like this amazing, wild thing. If you're sitting like back and looking at the big picture, like if I pull myself from this situation, like the Hawk situation, and like HST, and I just step away and look at it from like another, like just a random perspective, it's pretty wild. I mean, for like a stranger just to see like this hiker just getting all this help from complete wild strangers, it looks unbelievable. I mean, it'll restore your faith in humanity. It's pretty wild to see it all go down. Like if you just step out of my shoes and just like look at it from the big picture, it's pretty wild, man. It's like, and for a while it was hard to like even fathom what was going on. It was just like every road, it still is like almost every single road. It seems like it's awesome. I love it, but it is a little overwhelming sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it took the whole. I was gonna post this like maybe months ago on Facebook. I just didn't do it because I thought it came off kind of like weird, like. So I don't even know if I should say it now, because it does come off like I'm an appreciative person, kind of. I think maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I know when to shut my mouth. And it's almost like 60 minutes, an hour into this thing. And I can imagine how far behind I am on comments. It's so hard to keep up with all these comments. Okay. It's like part of me wants to just keep going, and then part of me is like, it's been an hour. I kind of got stuff to do. I'm going hiking in the morning. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm trying to read all these comments and trying to like figure out where I left off. And then I'm just gonna rapid fire and then I'm getting off. Yeah, the spam, I don't get it. It's so weird. What's a hiker's favorite phrase? All you can eat. Yeah, I love all you can eat buffets. Sandy Feet, will you zero tomorrow? Probably not. This has been a weird live. It's been like I've like opened up a little bit more, I think, on this live. I don't know why, maybe I'm tired or something. But I've got off on these drifty conversations. I just realized it's like, what a strange live. Just been like, yeah, I'm not even looking at comments. I'm just gonna go off on this random subject and just keep talking until I forget what I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, you know, something like that. That's how this live's going. Hawk, what does your pack weigh? I don't know, it's around 14 pounds for food. I'm never over 20, I don't think. Carolyn Stacy, I feel like this is the first time I've heard you mention weird guys on the trail. Twice, I think, so far. Anything different going on? No, there's nothing different. There's always a couple weirdos out here, but most of them are just homeless locals, not really hikers. Just living in shelters. Yeah. I can't keep up. How busy the trail this year compared to last year? I don't know. I just got out here. It seems pretty busy. Mac on the LT, don't change, my friend. It's your personality. You connect with many of us that don't even know. Linda Hackett, restoring the faith community is one of the best parts of your hikes. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think there's really good people in the world, just follow along on my hike. You'll notice that I bring out, like, some of the best people in the world to the AT. It's pretty awesome. Or they're already here and we're all just meeting up. I don't know how I've met all the best people in the world, but I have, and it's just crazy to me. Behind at least 25 minutes on comments. That's what Doty said. Am I really that far behind? Okay. Let me see here. Stephen Bombard. I can't wait to get to Vermont to see you, buddy, man. I love hanging out with Stephen Bombard. He's great. If you go to the Catamount Hotel, he's usually hanging out there in Bennington. Yeah, go to Bennington, Vermont. He's like, if you just ask about Stephen Bombard and being a trail angel, I'm sure that everybody in town knows who you're talking about, because he's the great Bennington trail angel. Heath Doty's around there too, but Heath Doty bounces around a big section. Well, I guess so does Steve. Pretty much everybody bounces around. Best trail angels. Okay. So his comment was, so you do a lot for people like myself who's not been able to hike the trail by showing so many places on the trail that I hear about but have never seen. Yeah, I know. That's why I do YouTube, to be honest. I do YouTube. Well, I first started doing YouTube for family and friends. And then I don't think my family and friends watch anymore because they're probably like, oh, again? Jeez, how many times are you going to do this thing? Anyways, and then it turned into like showing it from like some emails I got, like it like really took me by surprise of like how I'm helping people and like showing the trail to people that can't get out here and do it. And then I kind of changed my gear mode from YouTube family and friends to like showing more of the trail so that people can't get out here and see it, so they can see it through my videos. And then after showing it so many times, just trail, pretty much my videos used to be pretty much mostly all trail. You would barely ever see me. I would spin the camera around occasionally, but for the most part, you'd see the trail. And then lately, I've just been spinning the camera more on myself because I'm kind of like doing it more for me, I think now, like documenting like more for me, I guess. I don't know. Hard to explain. Holy cow, I'm a rambler. I'm a rambling man. I'm so sick of the porn spammers on here. It's like, yeah, they must be home all day in like their bedroom. So like in between all their porn sessions, they're like, oh, let me go mess with some people here. Megan Morgan says, I think it just happened because you're such a naturally genuinely and good guy. Also, I think if you just stopped tomorrow with the videos and GPS, etc., your HST would understand. I'm sure they would. But, I really like meeting people. So I'm talking to people that I've met over the years. I mean, it's great. As long as I'm not like, like at a trailhead for hours and hours, just like changing my hike for that. As long as I don't have to change my hike too much to like meet up with everybody, it's great. It's fun. Doyle did it 18 times. Yep. 9 through hikes, 9 section hikes. Rebecca McCormick, are you in touch with Quicksand? Not really. I think he texted me Merry Christmas. I texted him Merry Christmas back. Megan Mulligan, I kind of felt bad stopping when I saw you on trail. No, I don't mind that at all. I really don't. I like that, to be honest. Talking to people on trail. No, maybe I came off wrong. Like, don't ever come out and see me, because that's not how I'm like trying to portray all this. It's just like, sometimes it is a little overwhelming, but I love it. I did to myself. And, it's great. It's just tricky sometimes. But it's great. I think I'm almost all caught up, and I'm losing, like, people are flooding out now, so it's probably good. And it's been 68 minutes. It's probably time for me to get off here. So tomorrow, what's going to happen? I'm pretty much done with comments, so I'm just giving you guys, like, what's going down. Tomorrow, I'm going to leave out here around, I think the post office opens at 8 or 9. Somewhere in there. I'm going to go to the post office. I'm going to mail this stuff home. And I might stop and get maybe a breakfast sandwich or something to take on trail. Maybe the gas station to get a few more salty and sweet snacks. And then I'm 38 miles away from Bear Mountain. So yes, I'm going to be going through Bear Mountain on a weekend, it looks like. So I'm going to have 2 zoos. When I go over Bear Mountain, that's going to be like a zoo of wacky people. And then when I go through I might not be able to go through the zoo. I heard they got it like shut down or something. They're only open for cleaning on certain days. So if I can't go through that, I'll just blue blaze around it. Anyways, it looks like I'm 38 miles from Bear Mountain State Park, Bear Mountain Bridge area where I cross over the Hudson River. And that's where I'm going to try to resupply again. Oh, yeah, I'm going to actually, I got a package coming from Chris Haggerty. Thank you, Chris Haggerty, for jumping on that as fast as you did, man. That's pretty awesome. And I should get that around Bear Mountain. 3 days, something like that. Yeah, I'm shipping it to Brian's. Well, Chris shipped it to Brian's. Brian's going to meet me, hopefully, at Bear Mountain Bridge, State Park, that whole Bear Mountain area, in a couple days with the package that I've been looking forward to. So I'll show you guys that too when I get it. Other than that, I've got a pack explosion and I gotta like pack up, and I'm probably gonna finish. This is my favorite kind of coffee on trail because it's so easy. I don't have to add anything to it. A couple scoops, boom, boom. But I got 2 of these containers and they're not very light, so I think what I'm gonna do is polish off this one tonight. I know it's kind of late. And then pack up my backpack while I'm drinking a bunch of coffee. And then I don't have to edit a video today because I went live, so that's awesome. And you won't get a video tomorrow because I didn't do a video today. So I got to hike tomorrow to make a video for the next day. So you're going to have a day off. I didn't get a day off. Wait a minute. That's not very fair. Anywho, I hope you guys had a great, great day. And, yeah. Be back on trail tomorrow, making trail videos, the ones I like to do. And I'll touch back with you guys in 2 days.